Hello and welcome to the Gallant Goblin Plays Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Troubles in Otari. This is a follow-up to the Pathfinder Beginner Box Adventure, and so it still gives you those guardrails, those training wheels that you might need when you're getting your start in the Pathfinder universe. And so we're going to be doing this game today. We've got a whole new crop of players. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
And so you all are fairly new Pathfinder 2nd Edition players. Let's introduce ourselves first, and we'll talk a little bit about our experience with Pathfinder so far. Alex.
Hey.
You may be most familiar with everybody around here.
Yeah, you guys probably seen me in other things. Our Battle of the Bards.
Yeah.
And whoa, that was such a fun one to play with Satine.
Yeah, we got a chance to play with Satine Phoenix and
our Animal Adventures.
yeah, that was a great one too.
Oh my god, I need that one for myself so bad.
Oh, that was the most stressful thing in the world. I don't know if you saw our Animal Adventures show. It was stressful for me because they were all playing cats and dogs. And they were all, of course, based on their own childhood pets. And so
knocked me down so many times. I was like, no, I'm a baby.
So I'm the GM who has to threaten to kill their childhood pets.
Probably not the best idea on our part either to choose childhood pets.
It didn't occur to me that y'all were going to do that until we started playing. And then poor Nestor, I don't know if you know Nestor yet. You will get to know Nestor soon.
Yes.
Nestor's childhood dog was one saving throw away from not making it. And I don't want to spoil too much, but we got to that point where it was one saving throw away, and I won't say what happens after that, but it was bad.
Yeah.
But
that was so stressful. So stressful. I'm glad we got through it. I'm glad we got through it, though. I had so much fun with it.
But today we're doing something a little bit different.
Yes, Pathfinder. I'm excited. I've been wanting to get into Pathfinder. We did a quick little one-shot with, it was even before the beginner box.
Yeah, it was before that came out, I think.
Oh, it was just some quick stuff that they had printed out, pre-made characters. Essentially, it was just combat.
Yeah, it was like two little combats or something like that. That was It was good. It was a nice little introduction, but since then, I've been wanting to play. So I'm so happy we get to play. Well, thanks for bringing not only yourself, but also your hubby.
I did. He's finally here.
Jack, you have sometimes come and just been downstairs while we play. You're on cat watching duty.
Yes, I'm a designated lap for the cats.
Yes. And today we drug you upstairs. We made you make a character sheet. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Jack.
Well, there's not much. I have a very boring job, but I do art stuff for Grady and Theo. I draw maps and I paint minis. I don't paint minis for them. That's more for me. And I'm excited to play Pathfinder.
Yeah, but you have done maps for like our Kill Ball book.
Yep.
And some upcoming projects that we can't talk about yet.
More things soon.
And you've been a player in my longtime Strong King's Thunder campaign. Mm-hmm. And so
OG crew,
yeah, we kind of got started all together.
Yeah, all together.
Mm-hmm. Back in like 2017 or something. I don't know what year it was.
I think so. It was about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Many moons.
Well, thank you for coming. It's glad to get you in front of the camera for once.
Mm-hmm.
And our new friend Stuart, welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone.
Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Stuart. I'm really excited to dive into some Pathfinder today. I've played mainly D&D 5e. Played a little Call of Cthulhu, and now I'm gonna see how hooked I get on Pathfinder, because I'm sure I'll get very hooked. So that's I'm very excited to dive into it. Yeah.
We did a little, and we'll talk about it in a second, but we did a little Session 0 a little while ago. Mm-hmm. What about Pathfinder has stood out to you so far as character building compared to other games you've played?
I mean, and we've sort of gone into this a little bit, but the religion system and deities, it's something that I know is a part of D&D and is a part of 5e, but it's I hope that the way that we're able to sort of harness that and utilize it here, I think it's going to be a really good time for everybody. So I'll just say that.
I think the deity you've chosen, and that will probably be a pretty big part of our adventure, should be very entertaining.
That's right. Yeah.
And not only your deity, some of the other ones around the table. We'll get to those, I hope.
Yeah.
And your good friend and my good friend, Benji. Thank you for joining us again.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm super excited. I've also never played Pathfinder before, but we had a really fun Candlekeep Deconstructed crew,
Yes.
which is airing right now on Wednesdays.
Yep. I don't know if it's airing as we're playing. Oh, it probably is, yeah. As we're playing, it'll be airing.
And I was part of the Gooblies. My name was, and that was, I was a rogue named Giannis Quaddlebum.
It'll have just ended because now we're doing this is the one that's coming after that. So,
Nice, yeah.
just ended.
So if you want, I'm playing a very different character this time, but I had a lot of fun playing old Giannis Quaddlebum, and I won't even say what happens because I'm nervous if people haven't seen it.
Yeah, they might go back.
Yeah,
watch
no
it one.
spoilers.
Yeah.
But it was
Watch it on YouTube, guys.
super, super fun and completely unexpected what happened. But needless to say, I'm excited to be back for another adventure.
Yeah, it was a very dramatic ending to that one too. You haven't seen it yet. You also discovered that you have something in common with the person who wrote Candlekeep Deconstruction, Miss Amy Vorpal.
Yeah, Amy was, like myself, we were both a part of the Comedy Sports Houston High School League, which is really cool. And in fact, we're in the program at the same time. She was at Cinco Ranch High School and I was at Stratford High School. So there's a chance we played each other, which is exciting. But she reached out. Yeah, she commented on the Instagram or something for that. And I was like, man, what a small world. But not surprising. Improvisers, I think, naturally take to tabletopping because it's just so much fun and a way to get into character and make stuff up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've kind of taken the opposite route. Is I started with this, and now I've been going to Comedy Sports Houston, and you have classes there where you can learn some of these skills. And a lot of it's for the intro folks. Where a lot of the people in my class were just people who wanted to come out of their shell a little bit, to be more comfortable in social situations and be able to think on their feet. And it's been so much fun. I only took the 101 class, basically, the intro. Like, this is how to get on stage and not worry about what you say, and just everything you say is correct and is fine. And when you're wrong, that's what's funny. And yes, and all that good stuff.
Yeah. And I see it. You see it so much here, and it's a lot of fun, and it makes for really fun campaigns.
Absolutely. And I'm looking forward to eventually taking level 2 where you really get into the character building. That's what I really want.
Oh yeah, the character stuff's going to be fun.
So stay tuned. In a couple of months from now, maybe, I'll have taken that, and my characters will be so much better. Is what I'm hoping. That's what I always say about these early things. Two great things about y'all getting in early on the channel as you're getting our actual play thing going is
You get to see how crazy we are, and then we get better.
Yeah, like we could look back and like, man, we look back like 5 years like, wow, that was so awful. We've gotten so much better since then.
Oh God, I hope so.
And also the fact that we're all playing this kind of new system for us. Yeah. And, we're building an audience. We don't have a huge audience yet. We're building it for our actual plays. And so we don't have everybody commenting on how bad we are at the rules and wanting to correct us yet.
Thank God.
Please be nice. I'm going to try so hard.
There's a way to do constructive criticism, ladies and gentlemen. Polite language.
Practice that with us.
Please.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
That is part of building social skills.
And I'm hoping that as we play this particular adventure, we're going to slow down from time to time to talk about rules and to make sure we get it right. And so if you haven't played Pathfinder yet, get yourself the beginner box and then get yourself this particular book. There's 3 adventures in this book. We're just going to play the first one for now. Maybe we'll come back and do the other ones later on. But it's a great way. It still gives you a little bit more information than you would in a regular adventure path on the rules and what to do as a game master if you're new to game mastering too. So this is a great way to get started. All that said, are you ready to jump right in?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Here we go. Please get comfortable in your seats and attend carefully. Welcome to Otari. Otari is a lumber town in the trade port with a storied past that was founded by a group of accomplished adventurers, perhaps not all different from yourselves, over 400 years ago. Today, the town is a prosperous community and one of the most influential along the coast of the Isle of Kortos. You've all come here to begin your own careers as adventurers. So, as I talked about a minute ago, we recorded a little session 0 where we got to know our characters. It's available for our members on YouTube or on Patreon if you want to go watch that. And we also established some relationships between your characters. So let's just very briefly get to know who your characters are. You can even save your class for later. We can kind of discover what classes you are as we play. But if you want to tell us kind of your name, your race, and then we'll talk a little bit maybe about your relationships, just a quick thing, and we can learn more about that as we go. So let's start with Benji, and we'll go around the table like that.
Sweet. My character's name is Corwin. and he is a 18-year-old human teen boy, and he's needless to say, he's very sure of himself and ready for whatever adventure kind of comes his way. And he's very good at everything he does, and everyone's always told him that.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stuart.
Well, most everyone may have told Corwin that, but not his mentor, not I, Brash Vonson, born of the deep, dark, violent gladiator pits of Absalom City. And I've come here with my dear mentee, Corwin, with whom I have a storied past, and with him and his family, as we'll say it now.
He dated my mom.
What can I say? Guilty as charged. But we've come here to adventure together. I'm still teaching him the ropes. Don't let him tell you he knows everything, because I assure you, he doesn't.
I know everything, man. You don't even know how to fight, really.
Well, we'll see about that now, won't we, dear Corwin?
It's core. I go by core. Hardcore if you want, but mostly just core.
No one will ever call you that.
And Jack, who are you?
Slightly more level-headed Norris, the field medic cleric. Oops, I spilled the beans.
Oh, you did.
And yeah, so I'm gonna hopefully try to keep Corwin from beating up his friend a little too much here.
He needs it.
And Alex, who are you?
So among these very tall men is a small little goblin lady. I am Gana, just a little tiny goblin who's so done. Her children have all left her nest, and she's ready to go start adventuring and, adopted a kid and apparently saved somebody's life. Not too sure about that one still, but, I'm bored. Let's go have fun.
Excellent. All right. All that said, let's start our scene here. So our scene's going to begin with the sound of laughter and chatter, just kind of on a black screen. And as the lights rise up, we see the exterior of a building with its doors wide open onto the street at night. A sign above the door in the shape of a tuna says Otari Fishery. And we zoom in through the doors to see a few dozen common folk gathered around rough tables with cards, dice, and tokens and other game pieces scattered around among them. And we see the four of you sitting at a table together, laughing and telling stories. A friendly and freckled woman pops over to you and grins at each of you. She lays down a mug of ale beside each of you, and she shares a little greeting to each of you as she does. And this is Tamily Tenderville, who you know very well, your friend and your first patron as adventurers. Recently, you helped her solve a problem. Someone had been stealing some fish out of her basement, and, well, that's probably a story for another day. But you solved that particular problem for her, and now she owes you. She's in your debt, and it's not a place that she likes to be. So time passes as we look at each of you having a good time and getting to know each other a little bit better. You're all somewhat familiar with each other. Some of you have histories together, but you don't know all of each other very well, you know what I mean? And so you're chatting, you're having a good time, and in our session 0, you can kind of see some of those histories if you'd like to see them. But eventually, Tamily returns to you with bowls of fried veggies, a platter of sausage rolls, plates of cookies, and more mugs of frosty ale. And she lifts up her mug with a toast, and she says, "To Otari's newest and most accomplished adventuring party since the Rose God. Cheers!"
Cheers! Only
Totally.
one.
Come on.
Only one. No.
Corwin, you must hydrate, my boy.
I won't get
This is not hydrating.
I won't get drunk again, okay? That was a one-time thing.
Don't care. Only one.
You are messy.
Every time.
Go take his
I'm
coin
fine. Don't touch
do
my
it.
coin purse. Old
You're
man.
fine. He's got no.
Cheers, everyone! Cheers! Now, I didn't bring you all together just to thank you, though, of course, thank you for everything you did for me, but I understand that you all want to become adventurers yourselves, yes?
Gotta see the world.
Proper adventuring party.
Yeah.
Of course.
I need my hero legacy to start.
Well, do you know what every adventuring party needs? What do you need? Do you know? What does every adventuring party need as they're getting started? Besides a name, which I understand you haven't decided on.
True.
Correct.
I tried to tell him Corwin's merry band of mates, but nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that. No, but Madam Tendervale, please tell us what we need.
You need a base of operations. A hideout. A headquarters. A place to sleep at night that doesn't charge by the day.
Valid. I'm broke.
And I have just the place for you.
Don't say.
It's an old fish camp I used to run down south, right up the road from here. I haven't used it since I opened up this place. And I owe you all something big, and I think this could help us both out. If you want it, it's all yours. Just go down the road and check it out, see if it'll suit your needs. But be careful, it's been a few years since I've been there, so it may have been overrun by critters or what have you. But if you go, check it out, it's yours. Oh, and don't mind Bluefin Lee, they're harmless. But Bluefin Lee. So you've been around a little bit, I understand. But you may want to sit down for this one. Ghosts are real. Yes, have you seen a ghost before?
I believe in ghosts, absolutely.
I have never seen a ghost, but I would never turn down a fight with one.
Bluefin Lee, harmless, has been taken up in the fishery for I don't even know how long. But if you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone and completely. No, they just go by them. And so just be aware that they're there, but they won't harm you at all. So please don't attack them. They're relatively friendly, but just be aware.
I won't attack them if they don't attack me.
They won't.
So.
No, they're perfectly harmless. I don't know why they're still there. I guess with ghosts, something usually is tied them to a place, some unfinished business or something. But we just leave them alone. They leave us alone.
But you said it's an old fishery?
Old fishery, yes.
So does it smell like fish?
It probably does, yes. I used to run it in the summers.
Do you have anything like an old flower shop or just something?
Elbow grease, dear Colin. Elbow grease.
It's been unused for a while, so there may be still a little bit of lingering fish smell, but we usually clean it up at the end of the season, and then we come up for the winter time. And just one year, I came up here, I met some folks, and we started the fishery here. And since then, it was never a reason to go back down there to open up that one again. And so it's just been sitting unused for a couple of seasons now.
It'll be good for you, dear boy. Get a little bit of the fresh sea air, and we can clean it up together.
You can clean it up and make bedrooms and stay there and turn the rooms to storage and everything you might need.
I'd prefer like a cool sword or something. Do you have any magic swords or anything?
Oh, don't listen to him. Thank you so much, Madam Tendervale. We are so lucky to have made your acquaintance, and working with you has been just wonderful so far.
We're gonna get to this fishing house, and he's just gonna talk mad smack about you. And
I would never.
He's ungrateful.
I don't believe a word you say. He's so handsome.
Thank you, Madam Tendervale. You flatter me.
Do you have any other questions or anything I can do for you? Of course, food and drinks are on me tonight. You're always welcome here. Every Friday night we open up the doors for the townsfolk. You're always welcome in my house, but...
Can I get 8 more sausages, please? And 4 more ales?
I'm right here.
Oh.
3.
Yes, of course, dear. I'll get you whatever you
3
need.
3 ales.
3 ales, of course, and some more sausage rolls. Do you have any other questions, though, about the fishery? Yes?
Timely, dear, this ghost, is it a fish ghost?
No, dear. Human.
Okay.
No.
Nice.
They're
So
human.
we don't know how they died.
No, they never had much to say. I don't know why. They just kind of keep to themselves.
Do they look like a fisherman?
Thought you were going to say fish. It's a bit wispy and hard to tell. Looks like a young person. They look fairly young, but I don't know more than that.
Well, at the very least, we can help them pass on.
Yes.
If need be.
Precisely.
It'd be pretty cool to have a ghost around.
I mean, we could double it as a haunted house and run tours.
Genius.
Passive income.
Sounds hardcore.
No.
No, it doesn't.
Wonderful,
Dear
wonderful.
boy, no.
Thank you, Norris. That's a lovely idea.
It's only about 3 hours
Pacific.
south of here, so you should be just fine.
Perfect.
Nope.
Well, we should really get going, because we have a long day tomorrow. Long day of adventuring and whatnot. We're adventurers now, so
Whatever, let's go to the fish house.
Norris,
that's
be a
fine.
dear. Carry him out.
That's fine.
Is it near bedtime or
Corwin just needs to go and lay down now.
Oh, that'd be nice, actually. A bed would be great.
All right. Well, you all finish up your evening, enjoying yourselves, enjoying some food and some good ale. You retire back to your wherever you're staying here in Otari while you're looking for a more permanent place. And we'll count that gold off of you a little bit later as I think it's like 3 silver for the night. If you want to go ahead and mark that off your sheet as you go in, and hopefully you still have a little bit of silver left from your
I thought that lady said that she was paying for everything.
your food and
Food
drinks.
and drinks. Sunshine. Room
Actually,
and board are different.
actually might need a small loan.
You don't.
Madam Tendeville,
Neither of us have any more
could you
money?
put it on credit?
And that's where Gana just hands her gold.
So maybe you come to
Thanks,
the room.
Gana. Appreciate it.
And you can share a room.
Dears, we must really get you two settled.
Alrighty then. So that's settled. Is there anything you want to do in town before you set off in the morning to presumably your new home? Anything else you need to buy or anything you need? Or is everybody set?
Maybe if there's a good scrap in town and I could find anybody looking for just a quick fight, that'd be cool. But otherwise, I'm happy to just sleep this one off.
Fair enough.
discount potion store selling things under the price of normal?
Probably not in the small town. Maybe you get back to the big city of Absalom and find places in the price war, but in the small town of Otari, there's a bit of a markup, possibly. Shipping costs are astronomical these days. I don't know if you've heard.
Takes a long time to get anywhere too.
It does. But
I hear it's a plague.
the next day, you wake up early, put on your adventuring gear and your backpacks and your bedrolls,
Ugh.
and
Beautiful. Onwards.
That's called a hangover, dearie. That's why I said only one. I knew you snuck another.
I regret it all.
I know. Now you have to go and clean up fish.
No.
Too late.
Fuck.
all right. Are you ready to head out then?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So, yeah, it's about 3 hours normally if you're walking normally, but in this game there's exploration mode in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, which you can kind of tell me what you want to be doing as you're traveling the road here. So some things might be you're just traveling normally, or you might be, make sure I use the right terminology for some of these things. You may be, here we go, you might be hustling, which you can move at double speed. For a certain amount of time. You might be investigating, like looking for clues. You might be ready for defense and kind of traveling with your shield up, just looking for trouble. You might be avoiding notice if you're a rogue or someone trying to stay in the shadows. You might be scouting ahead, looking for danger, in which case you might also be traveling more slowly. So why don't you think about what you might be doing as you're traveling, and let me know if you have a sense of it.
I think Core is just like punching the air, just like practicing fighting, just like kind of in his own world, just getting ready for the day. And this is a part of the morning meditation of punching the air.
Okay. Is there anything in particular that you would, so it's kind of just traveling normally?
Yeah, not worried, like very confident, like nothing's gonna happen to him.
And the other thing that this dictates is if you do have to roll initiative at some point, this might dictate what skill you use to roll initiative. So in D&D, you roll usually just kind of your dexterity. And in this game, if you're trying to avoid notice, you would roll your stealth.
Yeah.
So if you had something like that you would roll, this is a way to kind of make sure that happens.
Cool.
How about your character? Let me make sure I goes everybody's names. So let's go with the names one more time. We got Core, we've got Gana, we've got Norse, we got Brash. So Brash, what might Brash be doing?
Brash is I'm not trying to hold up the group, but Brash is always looking for anything hidden. He had a very embarrassing incident last night where he couldn't pay for his room, and so he's really trying to make up for it by finding anything that might be hidden or any loose change. Maybe someone dropped a coin purse somewhere, and so I'm kind of searching along our route.
Okay, you're searching. All right, excellent. And that will mean that you'll be traveling at half speed. So so if anybody
Which
else
is
wants
great
to do
because
something,
I've only got 25 speed, so you guys have to stay at my speed.
I think everybody has the same starting speed for the most part. I think everybody starts at 25 speed, correct?
I think I'm a little faster than everybody else, but I can't prove that on stats.
Okay, so does Gana have something that they want to do as they're traveling?
Kana is simply going to have out her little pan flute, and she's just going to be singing along as we walk around.
Does that have any mechanical effects?
It is going to inspire courage.
Okay, is that a cantrip or what is that considered? An ability?
It is an at-will ability.
Okay.
Double check. It is technically a cantrip.
Okay. Yeah, so you could do something called repeat a spell. You cast the same spell, usually a cantrip, repeatedly while traveling at half speed. And so if you all want to go ahead, we talked about on Hero Lab, you can kind of put some of these particular spells or abilities in there. And if you click them on, it'll go ahead and adjust all the stats that need to be adjusted so you don't have to keep up with it yourselves. Because we've got enough to worry about with character building and role playing. And so who needs math?
So that's inspiring courage.
That is our inspiring courage.
Oh, sweet.
So everybody has the +1.
And if you go into combat and you decide to do something else for your turn, though, you may have to turn that off, right? Because it's not. It would not be lingering.
It is an action, so I would simply stop doing it.
Yeah, or you can continue, but if you do, we'll just turn those off as it comes about.
Yes. Sure.
All right, and Norris.
Norris is going to do two things.
I don't know if you can do two things, but we shall see.
So one is going to be very quick. While Brash is not looking, I'm going to try to flick a coin and then very obviously kind of like, gonna look at that tree and then try to make it look like, oh, Brash found a coin.
Give me a quick win.
He had a rough day yesterday.
Nice.
Just
So nice.
But not like just kind of like a really stealthily just kind of coin. Try to aim for a spot on the road that's not very rocky, so it has a lower thud to it.
Can I see if I would also maybe see the coin?
you're busy shadow boxing. I don't want to hear it. I'm freaked out about my
I
finances.
want to check my perception here.
I am looking through, so you want to do basically, there's a, not conceal an object, I'm trying to think of what ability this would be. To kind of, just you want to flick it on the road without anybody noticing, right?
Yeah,
Like
maybe deception or performance.
Ooh, deception, if you're trying, create a diversion? Is that kind of what you're doing?
I think that's...
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that is just a straight up deception roll. You don't have to be trained in it as far as I can tell.
Okay.
So go ahead and go with that.
That's gonna be a 9.
A 9. So probably, it's probably up against everybody's kind of perception. So I imagine probably everybody's going to be able to see that. A lot of the things are not, in this game, a lot of it is not a competing role. Okay. Is everybody has DCs. And so usually, I believe something like it'd be like your I could be completely wrong, but like your perception DC would be like 10 plus whatever your perception bonus is.
Yeah.
Cool.
And if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments down below. But that's what we're here for.
Please.
So probably everybody has a higher perception than 9. 10 plus your perception, unless your perception is -1 or -2.
As such, I noticed this. I know that it's out of a place of charity, but because I'm still trying to, I can't tell if everybody else is on the same page. So I'm just going to very humbly sort of celebrate my finding and say, "Oh, wonderful! I found a coin here. I'll. It's wonderful when you look on the road to look out for hidden treasures. Sweet barley brewers. It's wonderful to find things around here." I'm just gonna kind of like put it in my pocket and like
Corwin.
nod to Norris.
Social skills. Let's go.
Just keep walking, keep punching the air, get a little bit more angry.
I'm gonna hop on your shoulders now and start playing,
Yeah.
so it's like extra weight for you.
Yeah. It's a good angel on the shoulder. Like,
Yeah.
I can't tell if this is Gana or Alex talking. Social skills, remember your social skills.
Listen, they're not too different.
But in general,
your exploration activity.
I wanted to look along the roadside to see if there were any shrines or things like that for to keep a lookout for.
Okay, so you want to search as well.
Yeah.
Yes? Alrighty. So let me, exploration activities. So search would be, seeking for hidden clues or hazards. So I'm going to roll perception checks for you guys to see if you see anything. And I have your bonuses over here because Pathfinder has a lot of secret rolls. So that one's for you, and this one is for you. Okay. And as you're traveling down the road, you don't really notice anything that catches your eye. I mean, this is a fairly well-traveled road. At some point, though, you have to kind of get off the road and kind of go through the forest. And she shows you how to get there, and she gives you the basic layout of the place, too. So you know a little bit of what you're getting yourselves into. And you find yourself kind of going through the forest a little bit as you're heading toward this fish camp. And as you move through this area where the old wheel ruts line the path, you can see the carts and the wagons have come. You have to leave that behind as you travel down here. And here the trail is fairly faint and hard to see. And you see brush and vines growing thick among the trees of the path. And you hear the chirping and the chattering of birds and other little animals. And then in front of you, you see something. And you know, those of you who might be from this particular area, that this is not an uncommon sight at this time of year. This is boar season. This is when the boars come out to play. And you know, boars are quite territorial and ornery in this part of the world. And as you make eye contact with the boar, and the boar makes eye contact with you, you know that you're in for a little bit of trouble. So I think it's time to roll for some initiative.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, now as we're rolling initiative, there's a couple of things I want to mention that we haven't talked about yet. First of all, hero points. Hero points in this game you can use for a couple of different things. They can save your butt when you're about to die. You can spend all your hero points, I believe, to stabilize if you're and lose the dying condition. Another thing you can use them for is to re-roll something that you need to re-roll that you may have failed, and you have to keep your second result. And the nice thing about it is in Pathfinder, oh, by the way, in our system we use Goblin Gold instead of hero points or inspiration. So you all get one to start with.
Sweet.
Every session you start with one. So I'll pass these down. So remember, you may want to have one when things go sideways, just to save your own butts. But otherwise, if you have a very important save that you need to re-roll, you don't have to spend it ahead of time to roll twice. You spend it after you fail.
Sweet.
Okay. And the other thing is, I'm going to try, and I never do this, Alex and Jack can attest to this, I never use experience points in my games. I always just use milestone leveling because it's easier for me and I don't like work. But we're going to try it today.
Okay.
And you're all level, and the way it works in this game, you're all level 1 to start with, but in Pathfinder, anytime you get to 1,000 experience points, you level up. Everything is this kind of, it is relative to your own level, everything you fight. And so you're fighting this boar at your level, you can just earn experience points. When you get to be level 6, this boar is not going to be worth as many experience points.
Right.
Okay? And so what we're going to do is start with, you all have completed a mission already, as I told you about. So I'm going to award you with 500 experience points each to start with. So you're halfway to level 2, and you didn't even have to do anything. This is all those other people who played this before you. And so, also, when I give experience points out for defeating an enemy, you don't split that amongst yourselves. You all get the full amount. So when I say you get experience points, you can all add it into your thing. And you can track it all there in Hero Lab.
Your journal's entry tab.
There you go. Thank you. I was about to say you're on your own for finding it, but there you go. Journal entries tab. We've also queued up Hero Lab. We have set the scene. I have enacted a script. There's a lot of metaphors that go on in Hero Lab. And it auto rolls initiative for you, but that's no fun. I want you to all roll it for yourselves. And I believe that nobody was doing anything that would preclude you from rolling perception for your initiative. So I'll have everybody roll your perception and give me your initiative. So Brash, I'll let you go first, because in my game you rolled a 25, but what did you roll for reals?
I rolled a 20.
Okay, so much worse. And Norris.
That is going to be a 17.
17. And Core.
21.
Very good, you improved. And Gna.
That is a 23.
Oh, much better than the 14 I gave you.
Thank you.
All right. And I think, hold on, remember your initiatives. Did everybody remember yours? Because I'm going to hit a button and I'm not sure if it's going to keep it or not. It did, I think. Brash had a 20. Yeah, Norris had a 17, that's right? Okay.
We're at 21, which is one more than Brash. Just
All right.
pointing it out.
All right. Oh, sort now. That's the button I was looking for. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So we are ready to go. Remember, it's a 3-action economy, so it's going to take a little bit of getting used to for everybody. But Gana, you get to go first. You tied. No, you didn't. You're all by yourself. What do you want to do first?
Okay, so for my first, I will continue inspiring courage from my friends.
Okay, so that's one action.
And that is one action.
So that's another thing. Make sure you have Inspire Courage clicked on your left. We'll keep things nicely adjusted for you. What does that look like for her? How does she inspire courage?
So she's been having her little pan flute out and just doing some fun little songs for everybody as we travel along. And she's just going to continue and be like, there's now a boar. Those things are gross and smelly.
Perfect.
And what she's also going to do is continue singing and say, gross and smelly boar, please run away, and cast Haunting Hymn.
Okay.
Which is 2 actions, so that will be all my stuff.
Okay, so you're staying where you are.
I'm staying where I'm at.
Okay.
It is a jarring hymn that only creatures in the area can hear. It is a 15-foot cone. I'm assuming... Well, how far is he from me? I can't really tell.
He might be a little further than
a tree.
He might be a little further than 15 feet.
Further than 15?
Yeah.
Because there's a tree in between me and him.
There's a subtle 5-foot grid on the map there from Dwarven Forge.
I can't tell from my angle. There's a tree in my way.
Anybody here good at counting?
No, I think if you move here, that's what.
Yeah, if I move, I won't be able
To do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you are maybe at least 20 feet away.
These
You
are,
know what?
These are 5. So this would be a 10-foot.
So each, well, let's see. Yeah, the grid on these is a little bit, I think like
This one's a 20.
this one's 15 here.
Oh, these are 15? Okay.
So like this is 5, 10, 15.
So that's greater than 15 away for
Okay.
sure. Because this line right there.
I'm trying to see, and there's also a tree in between me and the boar, so I can't really quite tell without leaning over and bumping cameras.
And the nice thing you can do, like if the trees are in your way, you can remove the tree. If you're having trouble seeing, you can just grab the bottom of the tree
I
here.
don't want to.
And you can just take the tree
Oh,
away.
look at that!
So you can see. It's a modular thing.
Dwarven Forge. How
Sweet.
nice. Okay. So he is within 30, though.
He's within 30.
So instead of casting Haunting Hymn,
And Core, you're on deck.
Sweet.
I am going to go ahead and cast a Goblin Song instead.
Then you have to stop your Inspiring Courage to do that, though.
It is just one action, so
Yeah, but you're playing with one thing.
it
Yeah,
is still singing. It is.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure how that works. Is it like a concentration thing?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah.
Nope.
We'll figure it out.
Concentration. It is an ancestry feat of mine.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and sing and attempt a performance check against the will DC of the enemy within 30 feet.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your
My performance, check. 7. That is a 21.
That is a success.
Okay, is it a critical success?
It is not.
Okay.
Get out of here with that.
Hey, I have things on my notes.
No, that's fair.
So he takes a -1 penalty to perception check and will saves for the next round.
Okay. What is that? Goblin Song?
Goblin Song. It is an ancestry feat.
Excellent. I'm going to see if it's in here by that name, but I doubt it. But yeah, -1 to will DCs and perception. Gotcha.
Yes.
All right.
Everybody knows there's a guy, and then I will, since I have now 1 action left,
Mhm.
I will simply go and be behind my half-orc friend.
Excellent. Okay, so that's your third action. The other
That
one's
will be
only
my
one.
third action.
Okay, very good. It is now the boar's turn. I lied, Corwin. You're on deck for the players, but he gets to go first. Who is that directly in front of him with the bow?
That's me.
What?
That is you. How far away is he? But he has to move diagonally, doesn't he? Yeah, this map is a little hard to tell. It's like 5. And every
10
second
this way.
diagonal counts as twice as much. So every second diagonal counts as 10. So it's like 5,
About-
15. Oh, it's about 20 away, right? It's like 5.
I
Yeah.
have a tree in front of me. So.
Yeah.
Well, you can take it
I mean,
apart.
take it apart. yeah, I think it's
About
20. Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20. If he gets up. Oop. on top of the rocks there, the Mr. Boar man.
All right, so he is going to Boar charge you with 2 actions and make a strike at you. And that'll be a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And that one, yeah, that will be pretty good. 9 points of piercing damage. Pathfinder does not play, y'all.
It does not.
And
There.
and then he is going to stride, which is what they call movement, back about 20 feet into the clearing, and somebody move him about 20 feet or so, or back more that way towards Stuart over there, about 20 feet away. Yeah, we'll keep things simple. Okay, and that's his turn as he charges right into you. And how many points do you have left there?
I'm trying to. So I have 13 hit points left.
Okay. Not too bad. You'll be fine.
Sure.
All right. It is now your turn, though.
I don't know how to get rid. I don't know how to deduct them right now, but I have 13.
Okay.
This angers young Corwin. So angry that he enters a rage with his first action.
All right.
And this is a deep felt it just incensed in what is otherwise pretty just like proud of himself, not too worried about things. This is like a deep rage, and he was like, "Why did it get to attack first? I should have been ready. I was punching the air." And then he is, for his second action, going to. Sorry,
You're good. Brash is on deck.
Actions. He's going to do a sudden charge.
Okay.
Which allows him to stride twice, and if my movement ends within melee reach of my enemy, I can make a melee strike against the enemy.
Well, that's easy enough to do. You're within 1 stride of him.
Very angry stride towards, and I will punch it with my fists.
Punch that boar in the face. That's how we did it back in Georgia. I don't know where y'all grew up, but yeah, we just always went out.
In Texas, they just got helicopters and machine guns.
Yep.
Let me get my
It sounds about right. Or Alaska, I think, does that.
weapons. Sorry.
That's all right. It takes us a moment to kind of
Here we go.
get into these games and figure them out.
Okay, so first roll will go 14.
Then you could add your modifiers.
Um,
You get +7 to the first one, right?
that's my second action, so it's a plus.
But it's your
4.
first strike action.
Oh,
Yeah,
so it's
your
actually an
first
18.
attack. 18. That hits.
Heck yeah. Okay, so I
Yeah,
will.
the multiple attack point only counts if you're making like strikes.
That will be for 8.
All right. 8 points of damage. Not bad.
And then just gonna keep like furiously striking and try and hit again.
Okay, this will be your second attack. And you have 1 action left, right? Because the first one was 2 actions. Your charge was 2.
Rage, yeah, getting a
Oh, rage, and then your other one was probably 2 actions. You already done your 3 actions, right?
Well, I got
Stride is
to
1.
stride and I can attack on that same turn.
Is that just 1 action? So there's a little icon next to each thing on your list. So some things take 1 action to do, and some take 2, and some take 3.
Oh,
So you see the little 2
yes.
icons?
So that was
Yeah,
it. Then.
so that takes
sudden
2.
charge. So yeah, just charged and punched the boar in the face.
Very good. And it was 8 points of damage, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where you record that as well. Like, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how you change their hit points in here, and I am, for some reason, not. Let me just over here. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I click on.
Okay, on the combat.
I click on the little bar on the left-hand side of the screen. Yours might look a little different than mine, though. All right. Oh no, that changed. That just changed his initiative order. I was wrong. I'll figure it out. Okay. Next up is Brash.
All right, so I want to fire my hand crossbow at this
I was
guy.
gonna say a handgun. I was like, wait a minute. That book isn't out yet.
But I think I probably need to get a better angle on him.
So the hand crossbow is interesting too because you actually have to take an action to reload it. So.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But we can say you were traveling. It's highly dangerous to travel with the crossbow loaded. But that seems like a Brash kind of thing to do.
Yeah, I always keep the crossbow loaded. In just the most irresponsible manner.
Keep it away from Corwin. He is still a child. Don't you know you're not supposed to put crossbows by children?
Yes, you've got to teach him the lessons on why to always travel with a loaded crossbow.
Corwin's just punching the board with like tears coming out his eyes. Undealt with rage.
So I guess I want to, based on this line, I'm probably gonna try to stride out here a little bit. Just go over there so I can shoot this guy.
Yeah, go for it.
And I'll just go ahead and attack.
Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out how to take hit points away in here.
That's okay. So that's a 23.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Sweet. I found the damage.
Where'd you find it? Oh, I think I found it too. Yes, I just found it at the same time you did.
It says combat tab.
Yes,
For us. I
combat.
don't know where it's on for you.
Yeah, same place.
So I come out and I say, "Ha! You get away from my mentee, you devilish forest fiend!" And I raise my hand crossbow and I fire it. I do 3 points of damage, so I'm imagining that I hit him in a haunch or something, not real important spot.
Yeah.
And then I guess with my third action, I'm gonna try to intimidate this guy, or what is it? Demoralize?
Demoralize.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I want to see. I guess.
And it's a bit of, I think, possibly some synergy here in the team because your Goblin Song lowered his will DC, and I believe does Demoralize go against will DC? I have to Google Demoralize
I was
here.
gonna say yeah. Give me 1 second.
Archives of Nethys. So if you are playing Pathfinder, and you don't want to necessarily spend, if you're just getting started, you don't want to necessarily spend all the money and all the core rulebooks and everything. I think all the rules that you really need to play are available on the Archives of Nethys, which is at 2e.aonprd.com, and you can look everything up there. And it will tell you where to find everything in the core rulebook if you do have it. Did you find Demoralize?
I did.
Yes.
So I got good news and bad news. Good
All
news is it is a will DC. Bad news is if the target doesn't understand the language you're speaking,
Oh, yeah.
you take a -4 circumstance penalty to the check. So
Yeah.
that's okay.
And there's
I'm still
other...
gonna try it.
Yeah, there's feats that you can take later on where you can do it just with your stare. So if they don't share your language, it doesn't
That's
matter.
pretty good.
So there's feats that you can use if you want to specialize in that. So -4 to this.
So it's almost it actually is even. I had a +4 to my intimidation, so we'll see.
but it's a flat roll, basically.
Oof, it does in 11 work.
Oh, no, get out of here with that. No. This willful boar will have none of your shenanigans.
Classic.
Look here, boy.
Because one of us is going to have to take this boar down.
All right, is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. And don't forget, I think you have to reload as an action your crossbow before you use it again.
Yes. Yeah.
And next on the list is Brash. I know, that's Brash. I think I've gotten this entirely messed up. Norris, I believe, is up.
So Norris is going to reach back and touch Gana on the shoulder and point over at the boar, casting Forbidding Ward, and ward her from damage. So you get a +1 bonus to your AC and saving throws against the enemy's attack spells and other effects.
Nice.
All right, so when the boar casts a spell...
And that's 2 of my actions. For my last action, can I? Is it an action to move?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's in action, which makes things kind of simple.
Is it within 15 feet?
I see trees,
so.
so you have to tell me.
5, 10. Yeah, he's about 15.
Okay. I have a cone ability. 15-foot
Okay.
cone haunting him. So I'm going to
Is
whistle.
it only one action ability?
It is.
Yeah.
Forbidding
one's a-
Ward.
It's a 2 action.
Yeah, so look
Do
at
I
the little
have that
icons next to it, tell you how many actions it takes.
Well, I guess.
Most
that-
abilities are usually 2 actions.
That was 2. I don't have any that are just 1. So I'm just going to
You can-
stand back here.
Yeah.
And.
If you have a shield, you can spend it to raise your shield.
Oh, I don't even have my weapon out.
Oh,
You
well.
could, you could draw your weapon.
You can draw
Yeah,
your
I'll-
weapon.
I'll pull my weapon out just to
Okay.
have it
That's a
ready.
good one. All right, good deal. And I think it's back to Gana's turn.
Okay. What she's going to do is
What you gonna do?
cast telekinetic projectile.
All right, I like
She's
it.
going to sing with her pan flute, and she's going to be like,
Virtuoso performance.
Virtuoso performance. And she's gonna say, "Stinky, stinky boar, please go away. I bonk you on the nose." And
With a what?
With a.
What are you throwing?
He has that crossbow bolt
Oh, the one that hit him in the flaunt?
that hit it. That
the
hit
word?
him. The flank.
In the flank.
Flank, thank you. I was going to flaunt.
Crossbow
So
bolt
that's
is
right.
out there, so it's gonna
Pull it up
come
and
up.
stab it back in.
and it's gonna stab it right back in there.
All right.
Phenomenal.
All right, let's see. I don't know what it did. Oh no.
So yeah, just go ahead and I think whatever your attack roll is with that spell. And Hero Lab should do it for you. I know we're also kind of getting used to the way Hero Lab works.
Hero Lab. Okay, I don't know what happened on Hero Lab, but
I know it's a
it is going to be
it takes a hot minute to figure it all out on here.
spell attack roll, so that is
Yep.
going to be
You know your spell attack bonus?
is a +7. That is a 15 plus 7.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
So
Go ahead and roll damage.
that is going to be a D6 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is not a factor.
We need to get you a bigger screen over there so you can have more information of the ones. I think it helps on these kind of things.
Yeah. What is my spellcasting
And it'll be its
ability
turn
modifier?
next. And then it's Core. And I believe you can actually kind
Spellcasting
of,
ability is
if you're
charisma.
in the same window I am, which you may not be. Oh yeah, you can kind of see his general health up on the side of your screen. It doesn't tell you exactly, but you can kind of see. So you don't have to ask me, like, how's he looking?
That is a 5, and I believe +4 because my spellcasting ability is charisma.
I'll take your word for it. So 9 points of damage.
Yes, sir.
All right. And if we do something wrong, that's okay. You'll just never be invited
Someone
back
please
again.
let me know. I don't know what's going on.
All right. Is that your turn? You got? Are you going to continue your Inspiring Courage with the other action?
And my other action will be to continue to inspire courage.
As I see my crossbow bolt like exit and then re-enter at a much more like damaging spot, I'm gonna call out and taunt Corwin and say, "Ha! See that, my boy? My bolts are so powerful they stab twice."
Excellent. Well, now it's the Boar's turn to strike twice.
That's right, cool.
Who's in his? Who's like closest to him over there?
Me.
Oh, that sounds fine then. He's gonna pull a very similar maneuver. He's gonna charge at you. And that's not as good though.
Bring it.
That is not as good. That will only be an 18.
Well, that'll still hit.
That's what I like to hear. Let's see if I can roll a little better here. That will be, it's pretty much just as good. It's a 9. Another 9 points of damage for young Concarnada. Mr. Concarna.
Well, I'm still up, not looking good, but it's not going to stop me.
And then he's gonna move off past you and go to the other side. So if y'all move the boar about 20 feet to the other side of Core. So he's gonna move to Core and then move 20 feet beyond him.
Oh, like
Towards us or towards...
So he charged at him, so whatever direction he was coming from, and he's gonna kind of pass him and
guess
go
that
20 feet the other way, towards you over there, Alex.
No, towards me?
Yeah, so just in your direction. So it's like you're charging past him.
Right here.
yeah.
You as a person.
Yeah, I can't tell which direction everybody was from each other. Yeah, so it's gonna charge right by. Excellent, that's his turn. And I believe Corwin is up next. You're bleeding out, sir.
Sweet. Corwin is going to pull out his great axe for his first action, and then he is going to charge at the boar with his second action.
Yes.
And he's going to say, "I'll show you what damage is," and he's going to, for his third action, swing the great axe.
All right, I believe it when I see it. Where's my...
That's a 19.
That'll hit.
Sweet.
Oh, there it is.
So that is a... Let's see here.
And Brash is on deck.
For...
So much maths.
10... 14 points of damage.
Jesus.
Describe your kill.
Corwin is like really beat up, but is really upset that that arrow was doing so much damage. So after the boar starts running away, pulls out the great axe and just beheads it. right? Like jump swings and just like for Kate and Kaylin, and then just brings it down right on the head of the boar.
Perfect. Beheading the boar and earning everybody 60 experience points.
Nice.
Experience points is kind of nice because you go through a combat, and even if you're not, it's a story beat, or if it's not like coin on the creature, you get something to show for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a creature that was a level 2 creature, and so it was one level higher than the party group average, and so you get a little bit more experience.
Almost got killed by a boar today.
Sweet barley brew. What a kill, Colin. That was amazing.
Norris, help
Yep.
please.
My turn.
Oh, Corin, you did so wonderful. You just look. Now we have dinner too.
Thanks.
It's so
It's
great.
just like wiping blood off of my face.
I'll try to find a not bloody spot and just tap you for a divine font and heal you.
Thanks.
Oh, that's not great. That was so let me bring up heal here because I rolled a 1.
On a
That's
what?
1. That's a 1.
Yeah, I'm feeling all better.
I mean, I guess. I guess I feel better.
I can do it again if you really need to.
So let me ask quickly though. You can do treat wounds, yes? You're trained in medicine. You have a healer's kit?
I don't. That's the problem.
Oh no, your healer didn't bring a healer's kit.
I have battle medicine, but I need to have tools to treat.
You didn't have the money to start with a healer's kit to start with.
I probably have the money for it. That's the worst part.
Ah!
And we were asked if there was anything in town we needed.
This is why it's important to read your abilities before you leave town.
So this, anybody who's trained in medicine, and let me see if anybody else is. You can tell me if you are. I think I wrote it down.
I mean, I am.
Yeah, it's just Norris. Yeah, if you have a healer's kit, you can do what's called treat wounds, which allows you to roll. I mean, you could also, if you're not good at medicine, you could also cause damage. But it allows you to, every once, I think every 10 minutes or so, address their wounds and heal their hit point damage.
I mean, I can heal up to 10 hit points of damage in a roll because I have healing hands. So I can use another divine font to heal you up a little bit more.
Sweet.
That's probably a good thing.
And we'll say Norris, too.
That's another 3.
If
4 back.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. If you do have the money for a healer's kit, like we can retroactively say that you have a healer's kit because your character, as an experienced healer from
Would probably have a healer's
Gladiator
kit.
Pits, probably has a healer kit. And so
even if I am mindless about it.
Yeah, so go and you can add it to your system here if you need to. Check and see if you have the funds for it. I can look it up and if you're not sure.
I think I do.
But it's a basic thing that you would probably have. And let's pull it up real quick here. Healer's Tools, it is called. It's 5 gold pieces.
Yeah, I have that.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and do that. And let's talk about treat wounds here.
Okay. Well, I have battle medicine, so I can do a DC 15 medicine check to regain 2d8.
So basically what that does is normally treat wounds I think takes like 10 minutes to do. And this allows you to actually do it as an action in combat, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So it allows you to kind of use this normally kind of downtime activity, or not downtime, but exploration activity in the middle of combat. So you don't have to worry about that right now because it's the same thing as treat wounds.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just do a regular treat wounds action. Now, you're just trained in medicine right now. As you get to higher levels of training, you can attempt more difficult rolls to heal more. But right now, you're just going to do a regular medicine check for a DC 15.
That is an unnatural 20.
So what's your so it's just 20. So yeah, they regain, I believe, 1d8.
Well, with if I use battle medicine, if that's okay, I can do 2d8.
Oh yeah,
What if
sorry,
I-
it is
it's a
2d8.
feat that I have.
It is 2d8. Yeah, that's what it is normally.
So that would be another 12 hit points.
There you go.
That's making a difference.
There you go.
Feeling all better now.
Better than 4.
Fully healed.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Oh yeah, you can do it once per hour. So it takes 10 minutes. So you take a little time, once per hour. Anything else you want to do here before you continue on?
Nothing other than point out that one of us jumped right in the middle of the battle and the other stood there, not
Shooting his crossbow.
Just saying.
Taking action.
Just saying. Classic.
Didn't try to punch it with my fist.
Boys,
One of us killed it.
boys, let us look closer at our surroundings as we are walking.
Corwin just hands the head of the boar to Brash.
And I'll say y'all probably ventured enough. You know that you can either take this with you to supplement your rations for a meal later on, or you think you can probably take the slain boar back to Otari to sell if you want to. It'll add some time to your trip because you have to do it right away. You can't just, throw it in your cold locker for a little while. If you want to head back to Otari, you can sell it for 5 gold pieces. So it's up to you.
It's a bit of a walk, guys. This is dinner. I'll make dinner.
I like to think that this is what justifies the cape that Corwin is now wearing. So he just skins it and has like a bad little
cape.
Boar cape.
There you go. Okay, so take the carcass with you, and we'll do something with it later on.
Get some meat for it.
There you go.
Sweet.
All right. Any more? So what are you going to do for the exploration activities as you continue down to the fishery? Anything differently you want to do, or just the same activities you were?
I wanna like scout. I think that's the one.
Okay, yeah.
Because obviously this one took us a little bit by surprise. I'd rather, and of course, I should mention I'm going to go ahead and reload that a crossbow bolt into there. Always traveling dangerously. If I ever fall or anything surprises me, I'll absolutely roll to see if it goes off.
All right.
I'm very cool with that.
I will hold you to that. Yeah, and so scouting. As long as you're scouting, everybody gets a +1 to their initiative rolls.
Sweet.
And like everything, this game is full of feats. And so you can, as you take feats and more specialize in different areas, you can expand on these abilities as you go. But anybody else do anything different? Searching and...
I'm going to cast continually my Detect Magic to see if there's anything going on around us. And ignoring any natural magic that we emanate in case we do have
Perfect.
things.
Benji?
Corwin has learned no lessons and is just punching the air.
Punching the air.
Practicing again.
All right.
I'm
And...
assuming Forbidding Word has dropped.
Yes, it only lasts a minute.
Okay.
And Gana.
I'm gonna continue doing what I do. Make sure everybody is inspired.
Okay. So you continue to add the Inspiring Courage to you if you get to that, if that becomes an issue. And you continue down the road and eventually arrive at the fish camp. It's about an hour's travel past the Boar. And here you reach the abandoned fish camp. And so instead of me just describing it, why don't I go ahead and lay the map out and let you all take a look at it.
Sweet.
All right.
Okay, the thick forest begins to thin before the trail opens onto a long stretch of a coarse gravel beach. The shining blue waves of the inner sea rolling beyond to the south. A cliff rises along the beach's northern edge that you had to scoot your way down to get down here. The largest building is a wooden house built on weathered stilts with a porch wrapping around the south and east and doors to the west, east, and south walls. A raised outbuilding to the east shares the main building's porch, while 3 smaller outbuildings stand to the west. A drying rack and a drying table stand near those western structures. Near the porch sits an old rowboat and weathered oar, pulled high to avoid the tide, and a pile of dirty fishing nets. So you all have a lot to explore here in whatever way you want to approach it. Next week.